Hey gang, this is JC, and this is a special edition of the Daily Dose for Wednesday, January 25th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. We are in Sedona, Arizona. If you go about 2 hours that way, you're in Phoenix. If you go about 2.5 hours that way, you're at the Grand Canyon. We are returning to the scene of the crime. We were here about 3 years ago and had a great time. Triple C is our Clarissa B. DeMille. Just pan over there and show them that other little mountain range over there. It's beautiful country here. All right, that's enough. Come back to me. I'm the star of the show. Come on back here. Okay, good. You're not giggling. That's good. Show them that front range over there. How beautiful that is. You get up in the morning, you open up your drapes, and that's what you see every morning here in Sedona. We were down in Phoenix. I sort of piggybacked on a business trip that Triple C was having. Got a little sunburn down in Phoenix on, what was it? I've lost my days. Sunday afternoon, I guess. Saturday, maybe. Anyhow, this beats the hell out of Branson, and I really feel bad for people who are going to live their entire lives and never see this part of the country. Anyhow, we're going to be taking another trip. We're going to be going in the other direction, other meaning that way, towards Florida very, very soon for Cardinal spring training, and you can be on that trip. And for all the details on that, let's send it back to JC in St. Louis. Well, thank you, JC. Here we are back in reality, back in St. Louis, and that's right. Altair Travel and Cruises presents the 14th annual spring training trip to Jupiter, Florida. Last year, they had a real good time. It's going to be bigger and better. McGraw-Millhaven and John Hadley are going to be along March 2nd through the 7th. The trip includes round-trip airfare from St. Louis to Fort Lauderdale on Southwest Airlines. I'll talk about Southwest Airlines in just a minute. 5 nights accommodations at the Hilton Singer Island Oceanfront Resort. You get tickets to 3 Cardinal spring training games. One of those games is going to have a pregame buffet, and you'll get $20 in stadium coins to use at concessions or the Cardinals team store. And if you've not been to Jupiter, they're at Roger Dean Stadium. It's a beautiful facility, and they have a very nice team store there. And you can get a lot of hats and shirts and stuff like that that have the designation Cardinal spring training that you can't get anywhere else. So that's a nice deal there, too. Cocktail parties, all sorts of stuff. If you want in on this, time's running out. Call 314-968-9600. That's Altair Travel and Cruises for the KTRS trip. I'm going to be along on the trip along with John Hadley. McGraw is going too. Again, 314-968-9600, and we'll see you in Jupiter, Florida. Yeah, we're back, and you know, that beginning of the segment here, the Daily Dose, looked so beautiful, so wonderful, and everything was going just great until Triple C came down with one of the worst cases of the flu that I have ever seen about 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and I thought we were going to have to call the paramedics at the Phoenix airport. I mean, she got slammed down. She's a tough chick, but man, this is about as sick as I've ever seen her. Somehow she made it onto the plane and made it all the way back to St. Louis. The people at Southwest Airlines were wonderful. They were waiting for her, asking if they needed to get a wheelchair for her, because apparently the crew on the plane from Phoenix back to St. Louis yesterday, you know, knew that she was in really, really bad shape. I'm telling you, she was sinking fast. I thought we were going to end up in the hospital with her, but she's feeling a little better this morning, so that's good news. But the people at Southwest Airlines, want to thank them. And there was a lady on the plane who knew that Triple C was not feeling well. It could be pretty obvious. And she gave her a little pill that helped settle her stomach a little bit and was sort of rubbing her back and everything. I couldn't sit with her because there were no seats, and I had to sit about 10 rows behind her. It was just an absolute mess yesterday, but some very nice people in the world still. You just have to sort of look around for them every once in a while. All right, what are we doing here? Here we are back to work. The Oscar nominations were announced yesterday morning. Among the Best Actress nominees, Oprah's half-sister for saying she's not thinking about all that money. Wow. Man, oh man, you go away for a couple of days, all hell breaks loose. All right, I don't know. I've been here in St. Louis almost 27 years. It'll be 27 years in May. And I'm still waiting for the people who make decisions like this to put a walkway over Memorial Drive there so that you can get from downtown and the downtown hotels across the busy highway there and over to the Arch Grounds. For 27 years, they've been talking about this. So pardon my skepticism when they come out yesterday and say, oh, we're going to have a bird sanctuary in East St. Louis, and we're going to have a tram going back and forth over the top of the river. Great. If you do it, fabulous. I don't sort of understand the bird sanctuary idea, but at least it's something But, until I just see a walkway going over the busy highway there, pardon my skepticism, as I said. How about the Indianapolis Fox TV affiliate? Ted Williams, the homeless guy with the golden voice and the big heart, who skipped out of rehab the other day. Some dumbass producer at the Fox TV affiliate in Indianapolis says, why don't you go out into the bad section of town here where, you have a lot of homeless people just sort of living in the street and see if they have any unusual talent. This TV station, this news operation, actually thought it would be a good idea to conduct a homeless talent search. The stuff is on the internet. They showed it on their Daily Show last night. Local news has just absolutely lost its way. Oh, and by the way, a little note to Channel 4. It's wonderful to have Virginia Kerr back after she had her baby, and she's all excited, and she's saying, I don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning anymore and do the early morning show. I get to do the mid-morning little dog and pony show. I think it's called Good God St. Louis or something like that. And so she says, how excited am I? And then, of course, they cut to a stand-in of a gymnast who does a bunch of backflips, and then they cut back to Virginia to make it look like she had been doing the backflips. It would help next time, if you're going to do that, hire a girl who's going to do the backflips that has at least something close to the same color hair as Virginia. Virginia's hair is blonde. The gymnast who did the backflips was brown. It was just like have her wear a wig or something. For people who have dropped out of the American political system, all you really have to do is look at the State of the Union address last night to understand what part of the reason it would be for that. It is, somebody said it's like a pep rally. No, it's not. It's like a bad pep rally. Most of the pep rallies I was involved in high school were somewhat orchestrated. Not that this wasn't, but, it's the American political system. They all look like a bunch of teenagers cheering for their own side last night. What a joke. They're just one right after another. So Bristol Palin is coming to St. Louis. She's going to get a cut of 20 grand that Washington University is going to dole out. She's coming in to talk about abstinence. If her goofy mother wasn't this wingnut who thinks she's going to be president, Bristol Palin would be nothing but a chubby 20-year-old single mom living in a double wide on the outskirts of Wasilla. And for some reason, this uncoordinated fat chick who got knocked up at 17... this is the second time I got my hands up on my face here today, rubbing my eyes. Who knew that the government had a completely separate designation as far as meat is concerned when it comes to what you can stuff in a taco? News just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it, folks? All right, let's cut through this stuff. Page 2, page 3. Back to the Oscars for a minute. I saw Leonard Maltin yesterday at Entertainment Tonight. He's a reasonably bright guy when it comes to movies, and I know Leonard a little bit. And he's thinking that the King's Speech is going to run away with everything, including Best Supporting Actor for Jeffrey Rush. Let me just tell you something. There's a lot of stuff to make fun of when it comes to the Oscars, but it is sort of like the official record of the motion picture industry. So while, it's not such a fancy, ornate, special event as it was back in the old days, it still is the sort of record that we use to gauge how the motion picture industry is doing. If they pass over Christian Bale for The Fighter and give it to Jeffrey Rush just because the Academy is sort of swept up in The King's Speech, which is a very good movie, and Colin Firth should win it, probably win Best Picture, and probably deserves it, but you cannot bypass Christian Bale. I don't even like Christian Bale. As a matter of fact, I dislike Christian Bale, but he absolutely is the most amazing thing I've seen in a movie theater in a couple of years in his Best Supporting Actor role in The Fighter, which you got to see, by the way. First Joe Buck, now his partner in the booth, Troy Aikman, is getting a divorce after 10 years. Fox News, maybe we have an explanation for the success of Fox News after all. A new study has proven that men pay less attention to the news when the anchor woman is showing off a lot of hot cleavage. I'm reading exactly what it says here. Duh. Birthdays today. I got some celebrity birthdays and everything like that, but really all I want to do is say happy birthday to a very, very good friend of mine. You think I've done a lot of stupid stuff in the nearly 27 years I've been in St. Louis. You can't imagine how many more stupid things I would have done if not for the advice of my close friend, my lawyer, and my manager for almost that entire 27 years, Jeffrey Gershman of the law firm Stone, Layton, and Gershman in Clayton. Jeff's having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Jeff. Couldn't do anything without you. All right, that's it. The day. Oh, eye candy today. A couple of our pictures from Sedona. And again, as I said at the beginning here when I was doing that little stand-up in front of those mountains and that beautiful range of mountains in Sedona, which is only about 2 hours north of Phoenix. If you ever get a chance to go to Phoenix and you got, a couple of spare hours, grab a car and make that trip. The rock formations will, just standing there will change your life. You will stand there and just not believe your own eyes. It is absolutely worth the trip. Sedona, Arizona. The food's good, the drink's good, the service is good, the people are nice. It's a quaint little community, but the view, the scenery of those rock formations and those red rocks, and again, these are things that look different at different times of the day. The way these mountain and rock formations look at 10 o'clock in the morning look completely different at 5:30 in the afternoon. It's sort of on the way to the Grand Canyon, which is a trip you should also make. Again, this is the sort of stuff that will change your life. So, a couple of pictures from our trip to Sedona. That's it. JC's Daily Dose for Wednesday, January 26th. A cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.